All right, let's just dive right in. If you're a developer today, you know the pressure is on. I mean, everyone is building faster, shipping faster, and iterating faster than ever before. So the big question is, how do you keep up without completely burning out? You know, this quote really just nails it, doesn't it? It feels exactly like that. Like you're sprinting down the platform, trying to jump onto a high-speed train that's already flying. For freelancers, indie hackers, and startup founders, that speed can feel absolutely impossible to match. And that brings us to the most important question of all. If the whole goal is just to get on the train, why are so many of us still trying to forge the steel and lay the tracks ourselves? It's a question we really need to ask. This right here is what we call the SaaS speed trap. It's that temptation to code every single thing yourself because, hey, as a developer, you can. And let's be honest, it usually comes from a good place, that desire for total control, the pride in your craft. But as we're about to see, that decision has some serious and often hidden costs.
I mean, just look at this timeline. It always starts so innocently, right? You think, oh, I'll just knock out the authentication this weekend. But then you need payments. Well, that's another week or two. Then you need the database and all the APIs. A few more weeks gone. You blink and suddenly your weekend project is a 3-month-long grind, and you still don't have a single feature that a user can actually pay for.
Let's just put a number on it. We're talking over 200 hours. 200 hours spent building the plumbing, the foundation, the stuff that has to exist but is not the reason your product is special. It's time spent on infrastructure, not your actual product.
And those hours aren't free, not by a long shot. For a solo founder, every single month of delay hurts. It pushes back your revenue, it starves you of the user feedback you desperately need to improve, and ultimately, it just delays your success. Time really is your most valuable resource.
So, how do we get that time back? Well, it's all about a huge shift in mindset. We need to stop focusing on writing code and start focusing on serving customers. And that, my friends, is where the smart shortcut comes in. First, let's get on the same page about a word you hear all the time: boilerplate. This is all the stuff that every single SaaS product needs, authentication, payments, user settings, but it's not what makes your product special. I promise you, no customer has ever signed up for an app because it had an amazing password reset flow. And this right here reframes the entire conversation. You might think your advantage is your technical skill, your ability to build everything from the ground up, but your real advantage, the thing that will actually make you successful, is your ability to solve a real, unique problem for your users. That's it. So what if you could just skip all this stuff? I'm talking about authentication, the database layer, subscription management, user dashboards, webhooks, admin panels, all of it. All these boring but necessary parts can be handled for you, freeing you up to focus on what actually matters, your unique solution. Okay, so if we're going to take a shortcut, it needs to be built on a rock-solid foundation, right? That brings us to the tech stack, and why, for modern SaaS products, Next.js is pretty much the undisputed king. I mean, the advantages are just stacked. It's production-ready, so all the hard stuff like routing and rendering is just solved. You get the entire React ecosystem, so you have infinite flexibility. It scales beautifully from a tiny MVP to a massive enterprise app. It's perfect for this new wave of AI-powered tools, and deploying on Vercel is literally a one-click process. It's not a dead-end tech choice. Now, when you combine a powerful framework like Next.js with a really well-designed SaaS template, you get this incredible benefit. You don't start from zero, you start at 80% done. Let's really break down what that means for your day-to-day. This is the old way. This is all the frustrating stuff you just get to skip. No more writing off logic from scratch, no more wrestling with Stripe webhooks for days, no more building the same CRUD APIs over and over and over again. You just get to bypass all of this pain.
And instead, you get to focus on this, the fun stuff, the high-impact work. You get to pour all of that reclaimed time and energy into your core feature, into deeply understanding your users' pain points, and most importantly, into shipping fast, because shipping fast is how you win.
And this chart just says it all, doesn't it? Instead of spending the vast majority of your time on infrastructure, you completely flip the script. 80% of your time goes directly into the core product, the part your users actually see, touch, and care about.
So the big question is, how do you make this a reality? Well, this whole philosophy is the exact reason frontendaccelerator.com was created.
It's a launch accelerator specifically designed to get you from just an idea to having paying customers in record time.
And it was built specifically for people like you, freelancers trying to build a SaaS on the side, indie developers who know they need to launch fast, startup founders who literally can't afford to burn months of runway on boilerplate, and all the AI creators out there who want to build an awesome tool, not all the infrastructure around it.
And on day one, right out of the box, you get all of this ready to go. A full authentication system, Stripe subscriptions with the webhooks already configured, a Firestore database that's already wired up, a modern dashboard. It's all there in a clean, 100% customizable Next.js codebase that lets you start building your actual product in the very first hour. So your path to launch becomes this simple. It just boils down to 3 steps. You get the accelerator, you build and customize your unique feature, and you deploy. Those months of setup we talked about, yeah, they shrink down to this.
Let's just end on this powerful idea. You are not competing on who can write the most boilerplate code. You're competing on who ships the best product to users the fastest. That is the only game you need to be playing.
So, stop building the train tracks and start building your business. Using a high-quality template isn't cheating. It's simply the smartest shortcut in modern software development. If you want to start your next project 80% done, go check out frontendaccelerator.com.